Good day, Crime Talk aficionados. My name is Scott Reich, and this is Crime Talk. Thanks for joining us. The stories we have for you today. First, a Debbie Collier update. Apparently, Amber Heard can't get along with anyone. A Tulsa district attorney is stabbed by his daughter. And one person ridding their house of evil spirits, well, it's arson to others. And then finally, our dumb criminal of the day. Let's talk about it. Good day, Crime Talk aficionados. Thanks for watching. I want to thank everyone for joining us on the live that we did this morning, as well as the live that we did last night, and to all of our Patreon members who joined in as well. Trying to experiment, trying to listen to what you all want since, well, we asked you, and we're trying to give it to you. So thanks for everything. All right, you know the drill. Subscribe if you haven't, like if you do, send me a comment, hit that little bell for notifications, and remember you can listen to us on any of your favorite podcasting apps anytime, including our lives. We'll put those up as well if you missed those. So let's go ahead and open the docket for September 28th of 2022. First on the docket, the Debbie Collier update. An unfired round was located near the scene where murdered Georgia mother Debbie Collier was found naked and charred after her mysterious disappearance. Investigators collected the unfired round from the National Forest close to where Collier's remains were found. Now, police have stated that it's unclear at this point whether the bullet was intended for Collier. It's also unclear how close it was found to her remains. Now, Collier was found deceased on September 11th, as you may recall. That's an important piece of evidence, and that's something that one or more of the suspects could have dropped on their way out the door. We'll have to wait and see. The round, assuming that it was used in the Collier disappearance, could have meant that there was some sort of force or at least a gun present. Now, Collier's daughter, Amanda Bearden, contacted police on September 10th after she reportedly received a Venmo payment from Collier for the amount of $2,385. A cryptic message was attached to the Venmo payment that read, "They're not going to let me go. Love you. There is a key to the house in the blue flower pot by the door." Police said at around 3:15 p.m. on September 10th, the Venmo payment was sent to Bearden. Now, Bearden, who reportedly waited several hours before contacting police, said that her mother, Miss Collier, left everything at home aside from her ID and a debit card, which contradicts what's seen on the security footage at the Family Dollar store, which was the last known sighting of Collier. According to the security video released Monday, Collier walked into the Clayton, Georgia Family Dollar store on September 10th at around 2:55 p.m. She was seen carrying a large black purse and vehicle keys while wearing a University of Georgia football jersey. Police said she was seen on security footage buying, in part, a lighter, a tarp, and a bag. On September 11th, police tracked a rental vehicle Collier was using to a wooded area 60 miles away from the family's home near Athens, Georgia. And police searched the vehicle's vicinity and found her body and the burned blue tarp in the nearby ravine. When they found her, she was naked, charred, and deceased. Although the case is being treated as a homicide, it's unclear how Miss Collier died. At this time, there is no evidence to suggest or support that this incident was related to a kidnapping, according to the police. And so far, no arrests have been made and no one has been named as a suspect in the killing. Check back for updates. Next, can Amber Heard get along with anyone? Well, Amber Heard, she got a new attorney. That's right. She recently hired another attorney amid the appeal of her $10 million defamation judgment and has two insurance companies fighting over who will cover the actress's $8 million in legal bills. Now, Heard had a homeowner's policy with Travelers Commercial Insurance Company and New York Marine and had issued her a commercial general liability policy. Both policies covered personal injury and libel, but Travelers was only liable for up to $500,000 and New York Marine's policy was for $1 million. However, both companies were reportedly responsible for defending Miss Heard, meaning they were financially liable for her defense attorneys. Now, travelers claimed that New York Marines appointed attorneys Timothy McAvoy and Sean Patrick Roach piggybacked off of Roberta Kaplan and Elaine Brettenhoff. In response, New York Marine alleged McAvoy and Roach were intentionally kept out of the communications regarding Miss Heard's case. It is alleged that New York Marine said that travelers had unclean hands, meaning the company is ineligible for restitution due to acting unethically or in bad faith. Now, McAvoy, Roach, and Kaplan no longer represent Miss Heard, and in early 2022, New York Marine paid travelers $621,693 for Heard's lawyers. However, New York Marine wants that money back. As you may recall, jurors found that Heard defamed Depp on multiple instances and awarded him $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages, though the later judgment was reduced to $350,000, which is the statutory maximum that could be awarded in Virginia. Now, Depp's attorney was also found to have defamed Miss Heard, to which the court ordered him to pay $2 million in damages. New York Marine and travelers have cited a California law regarding willful acts as the reason they should not have to cover Heard's $10 million defamation judgment. And also remember, they only have to pay what the policy limit was. So whether it's $500,000 or $1 million, guess what? Amber Heard's on the hook for the rest of it. Miss Heard has hired Kurt Pasek to help recoup the legal bill and the civil judgment from the two insurance companies. Can you say bad faith? That's what Miss Heard is going to be saying. The insurance companies didn't do her right and caused her damages. Wait for it. It's my prediction. I'm telling you, wait for it. Amber Heard will be suing the insurance companies for bad faith. Somebody better pay up now so that she can't claim bad faith. Just saying.
Like many Americans, we got a dog during the pandemic. My quarantine dog, Miss Winnie the Bulldog. Now, Miss Winnie has grown accustomed to being around us all the time. When we were leaving the house, Winnie would have extreme anxiety, so we decided to look for natural products to help with her anxiety. We looked for the highest quality CBD treats, and we were not satisfied, and neither was Winnie. So we created a high-quality CBD product that absorbs faster and provides the required results faster. Baked in Colorado CBD treats and beverage enhancers are made with nanotechnology. The nanotechnology makes the CBD extraction more pure, also allows for Baked in Colorado products to work faster. Baked in Colorado products can help reduce your pet's anxiety, ease joint pain, and help with your dog's skin problems. Go to our online store and see what Baked in Colorado product is best for your dog. When you order at bakedincolorado.com, enter code WINNIE and receive 15% off your first order. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If your dog does not experience the desired results in 30 days, return the product and we will refund your money. No questions asked.
Next, a DA is stabbed by his own daughter. Tulsa police arrested the daughter of District Attorney Steve Kunzweiler on Tuesday after she allegedly stabbed her father, who's the lead prosecutor in Oklahoma's second biggest county. Now, police were called to Kunzweiler's home at about 2 p.m. about a disturbance and an assault related to his daughter. Kunzweiler and his 30-year-old daughter were both taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries following the, quote, mental health crisis, end quote, according to police. What happened was his daughter and he got into an altercation of sorts where she stabbed him, according to the police. The injury stemmed from a potential mental health crisis on the daughter's side that led to the assault of her father. Firefighters apparently had to wrestle with the daughter to get her under control, and the police department's family violence unit and our crime unit are investigating the case, according to the police. Now, Jennifer Kunzweiler remained in the hospital under police guard on Wednesday, and when she's released, she'll be booked on a single count of domestic violence with use of a dangerous weapon, all according to the police. Apparently, she had cut herself first and then went and attacked the district attorney, D.A. Kunzweiler, who was first elected in November of 2014, said that he appreciated the fast work of first responders, and in a statement said, quote, "Unfortunately today I found myself in a situation that I hoped would never have happened. Fortunately, my injuries are such that I am able to go home, according to the statement," end quote. Next on the docket, the house was possessed. That's right. A 21-year-old woman was arrested and charged after allegedly igniting 8 fires because she believed evil spirits were present. I mean, who hasn't done this, right? According to the Memphis Fire Department, a series of arson fires occurred in the 38109 zip code area. The fire department reportedly responded to 8 fires within 3 months, including 6 that happened within days of each other. The fire department said the damages from the incidents totaled about almost $300,000. Upon further investigation, the suspect, reportedly identified as Delina Collier, she was booked into the Shelby County Jail on Monday, September 26, and charged with arson. Collier told witnesses that she committed arson because there were evil spirits in the houses that she set fire to, that weren't her house. Anyway, she's been arrested and her bond is set at $5,000. You know, ridding one house of evil spirits, arson, tomato, ladies and gentlemen. It's practically the same thing. And then finally, our dumb criminal, who's not from Florida today. We kind of giving them a break because they got a hurricane going through. And one of the comments was great. The reason why all the dumb criminals are in Florida is, well, that's where the highways end. Never heard of that, but that's kind of funny. Anyway, a man, police say, was in possession of 347 fentanyl pills and 2.7 ounces of amphetamine, was charged with several felonies. So Dana Allen Mark Northern has been charged with 2 felony counts of drug possession with intent to deliver and misdemeanor for resisting arrest and possession of drug paraphernalia. According to the police, they were on patrol around 11 p.m. on September 18th when they saw a black Chrysler minivan heading south on Yellowstone Avenue near New Day Street, the Parkway, without activated taillights, according to the affidavit for probable cause. The officer stopped the Chrysler, which pulled into a gas station on the 5000 block of Yellowstone Avenue. Officers noted a strong smell of marijuana coming from the car. See, they used to do that in Colorado, but they can't do that anymore because it's legal. Well, when informed of the smell, the driver and the front seat passenger, later identified as Mr. Northern, said that they had been with someone who was smoking marijuana, but that they had not smoked themselves. An officer who was on the passenger side of the vehicle described Mr. Northern as being nervous and refusing to make eye contact with the officer. Now, there is case law out there that says one being nervous with having police contact with an officer is not enough to raise probable cause. Just saying. Anyway, because he was not wearing a seatbelt, the officer told Mr. Northern that the law required him to wear one, to which Northern mumbled words the officer could not understand, according to the police affidavit. And due to the drug smell, officers told the driver and passenger to exit the vehicle so it could be searched. Doesn't sound like that search was consensual, does it? This is like a law school exam. The driver complied. Northern, on the other hand, exited the vehicle and began walking. Asked if he was armed, Northern told the officer that they could pat him down, then ran and jumped a fence into a backyard of a home. Now, you have to understand, the passenger was not under arrest. He could have walked away. One officer ran after Mr. Northern, and the other officer stayed with the driver, who said that there was marijuana in the car, but it belonged to the guy running away, Mr. Northern. The threat of imminent incarceration tends to break the bonds of loyalty, ladies and gentlemen. As other officers were called in to assist in the search for Mr. Northern, the original patrolling officer searched the vehicle. Inside, they found a grocery bag containing marijuana, a Hydro flask belonging to Mr. Northern, and the Hydro flask contained 5 baggies of suspected drugs, 2 hollow point bullets, and a scale. 3 baggies containing 347 suspected fentanyl pills, 2 baggies containing a total of 2.7 ounces, and 76.5 grams of suspected methamphetamines. The methamphetamines was tested with a field testing kit, testing positive. All the items were sent to the Idaho State Police Forensic Laboratory. Police reports filed by the other officers showed that Mr. Northern ran toward a residential area near Hertz and Henry Road and jumped the fence into a backyard. One of the officers present at the traffic stop informed fellow officers that Northern might be armed because he ran when asked if he was carrying any weapons. The police were assisted by the sheriff's office deputies in this particular situation as they were searching yards near Stewart and Yellowstone Avenues. A deputy told officers they saw a man they believed to be Northern. An officer looked over the fence and described a man as laying face first in the dirt behind a small tree. That's right. Northern was told to stay down and not move as officers walked towards him with their guns drawn, and he was placed under arrest. My God, there's so many dumb things here that Mr. Northern could have done differently. First of all, if you're going to carry work, you better make sure that the car you're driving in has their taillights that work. Have the guy that's going to be driving you, Mr. Northern, not snitch you out at the first sign of trouble. Mr. Northern, you could have walked away. You could have said, if I'm under arrest, arrest me. If not, let me be. You can even run. But your buddy sold you out in the car you were in, Mr. Northern. You probably had a legitimate issue, and maybe you still do because it was in your backpack, your Hydro Flask. But Mr. Northern, you are a dumb criminal of the day. I'm starting to think that maybe Idaho has just as many dumb criminals as they do in Florida. Just saying. All right. Thanks for watching. Hope everybody enjoyed the show. We will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.